Intermittent periods of flaring by Exxonmobil since December 2019 have now been reduced to only background flaring on the Liza Destiny floating production, storage and offloading FPSO vessel. The U.S. oil giant and its partners earlier this month delivered, installed and safely started the new flash gas compressor as promised. Exxonmobil had been heavily criticized for the significant flaring that occurred in recent months, but the company also had to pay the Environmental Protection Agency fines totaling US $10 million for the excess carbon dioxide equivalent emitted. The company's vice president and production manager Mike Ryan engaged the media on Tuesday from Exxon's Duke Street, Georgetown headquarters. Beyond meeting the expectation, he said this was a remarkable accomplishment for which several persons, including SBM Offshore and Man Energy Solutions, must take credit.
We have maintained full compliance with the permit and with the regulations prior to achieving background flare. And that background flare is about, is less than 1 MCFD. So it's a minimal amount to make sure that we have stable, safe operations. Prior to that, with the flash gas compressor offline, we had approval to flare 15 million standard cubic feet per day. And then with the machine that we had operating there before this new upgraded, improved design, we were able to find an operating envelope of less than 7 MCFD. So while we weren't at background, we worked extremely hard to minimize the amount of flare that we had.
Ryan said the journey to this point was challenging, a test that was countered with relentless pursuit. The current background flaring is minimal to ensure stable and safe operations. Soon, the gas will be piped to shore to support the government's energy aspirations. Now with background flaring only, the Exxon vice president said operations on the FPSO were moving smoothly, so much so that there has not been any recorded injury in the last 1,000 days.
In simple terms, it's anything more than, say, a first aid, where you might have a little cut, or you might have to take prescription medication for something. You might get an infection in your eye from work. We have gone over 1,000 days without one of those events on Destiny. And actually, in fact, we've gone over 200 days without a single hurt, not a first aid. Like that is world-class performance.
In addition to work on the compressor, the company has also done some production optimizing and is now producing 140 barrels of oil per day on the Liza Destiny FPSO, above its regional target. A similar experience is being recorded on the country's second FPSO, Liza Destiny. A third FPSO will arrive in Guyana in 2023 for the ramping up oil production.